Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Riches, one of the pastors at Messiah Church, and thank you for joining me in my backyard this morning. I'm here to offer what I hope will be a message of hope. For the past year, I've given one day a week to my grandson. He's almost 13 months old, and since the pandemic began, most Mondays we are together. And when the weather is not too hot, we always go for a walk, or I should say I go for a walk and he rides in the stroller, usually falling asleep a few minutes into my walk. And it's a good thing for both of us. He's in he feels better after he's had a good nap, and I feel better after a good walk. Now, the trail that we take through our neighborhood crosses a street, and the point at which it crosses the street, there's a crosswalk, but there's no stoplight, no stop sign, and usually there's traffic. And usually, but not always, the drivers will slow down and stop when they see that I'm standing with a stroller waiting to cross the street. And when the car stops, it's a simple gesture, really, but it feels good. Not because I could not wait those few seconds for the car to pass, but it feels good because it indicates that the driver cares about our safety. They may be in a hurry, but not in so much of a hurry that they are not willing to add 15 or 20 seconds to their trip. And I always wave when I cross the street, and for those few moments, it feels like we're connected. It's called community. What makes for good community? Well, here's the definition that I like. A good community is one where neighbors take pride in their living environment, respecting and supporting one another. In fact, when the driver slows down and waits for us to cross, I think that person is saying, I'm one of your neighbors. And since I slowed down for you, I hope that one day you will slow down for me. The Gospel of John tells us that near the end of Jesus' life, he says, a new command I have for you, love one another. As I have loved you, you must love one another. And by this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. Now, love is an action. Words matter, but actions speak louder than words. And in some ways, this pandemic has helped us build community. Social media has grown exponentially these past 6 months. People want to be connected. People long for community. But in other ways, this pandemic has hurt our sense of community, especially if you don't have an internet connection, and especially if you live all alone. Recently, I had 2 different conversations with persons who are ready, they live alone, and they are ready to ignore the health risks of this coronavirus because they're so desperate to connect with other people. Which gives me this thought. Haven't we all had times when someone's name inexplicably came to mind? It's strange how it works. I wake up and there's someone's name on my mind, and I don't know why. That name may not even be a close friend or a family member. It could be somebody that I have not seen for a long time, months, maybe years. And I wonder where that idea came from. Someone has said that coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. And I wonder if that name that comes to mind might just be God's way of remaining anonymous. That we have been given an opportunity, that God has placed someone in the crosswalk hoping that we would slow down. And what I've discovered is that when I slow down and I contact that name that has come to mind, the conversation that follows is always a blessing to one of us and usually to both of us. It's how we build community, one person at a time. So pause right now. Whose name comes to mind? Who is in your crosswalk? Bless somebody today. By this, people will know that you are a follower of Jesus. I hope you have a great day today. God bless.